The difference between spotting fish and staring at a wall of glare has nothing to do with eyesight. It comes down to what is sitting on your face. These are the top 5 best budget polarized fishing sunglasses right now that genuinely compete with models costing 5 or even 10 times more. The KastKing Skidaway polarized sports sunglasses have built a reputation that is honestly hard to believe at their price point. These are the pair that experienced anglers keep recommending to their buddies, and for good reason. The frame is made from Grilamid, which is the same material used in military gear and medical applications. That means they are lightweight enough to forget they are on your face, but tough enough to survive getting tossed into a boat compartment, dropped on a dock, or sat on in a truck seat. The flexibility is impressive too. These frames bend without snapping and bounce right back into shape every single time, which is a huge deal when sunglasses are constantly getting shoved into bags and pockets between casts. Where the Skidaway really separates itself is the lens quality. KastKing uses 1.0mm TAC polarized lenses manufactured with Japanese and German raw materials, and every pair passes a double decentering test. That test is important because it confirms zero optical distortion, which means no eye strain and no headaches after a full day on the water. A lot of cheaper sunglasses skip that step entirely, and the result is a subtle warp in vision that wears down the eyes over hours of use without the wearer even realizing why they feel so drained by the afternoon. The square lens wrap design blocks peripheral light from sneaking in around the edges, and the rubber nose pads grip tighter the more you sweat. That is the opposite of what most budget frames do, where sweat turns the nose bridge into a slip and slide. Multiple lens tints are available too, so anglers can go with smoke for bright bluebird days, amber for low light mornings, or chartreuse mirror for enhanced contrast over stained water. One detail that catches a lot of people off guard is that the Skidaway ships with a hard protective case and a microfiber cloth. Most sunglasses in this range come with nothing more than a flimsy drawstring pouch, if anything at all. Former fishing guides have gone on record saying the polarization on these rivals their costas, and that kind of feedback at this tier is almost unheard of. Whether the goal is spotting redfish tailing on a flat or watching a bass track allure through shallow water, the Skidaway gives a crystal clear window into what is happening below the surface. The Tereja Kratos polarized sunglasses bring something a little different to the table. Where a lot of budget sunglasses cut corners on build quality and coating durability, Tereja went the opposite direction and loaded these with features typically reserved for premium eyewear. The frame is TR90 nylon, which keeps the weight down while still being durable enough to handle rough conditions out on the water day after day. What really stands out is the 4-way spring hinge system built into the temples. That hinge allows the arms to flex in multiple directions, creating a comfortable adaptive fit for a wide range of face shapes and head sizes. It also absorbs shock during movement, so the frames stay secure whether casting, paddling, or scrambling across slippery rocks on a riverbank. The lenses carry Tereja's TRC Classic Polarized technology, and each lens is built with 8 layers of technical coatings. That stack includes scratch resistance, oil and sweat resistance, hydrophobic treatment, and a seawater resistant layer. That last coating is a big deal for saltwater anglers because salt spray will slowly corrode and cloud unprotected lenses over time, turning a perfectly good pair of sunglasses into a blurry mess within a single season. The Kratos handles that without issue. Sculpted nose pads with ventilation holes keep airflow moving across the bridge of the nose, which helps prevent fogging on humid mornings when the temperature difference between skin and glass is at its worst. The kicker with Terej is the warranty. They offer a lifetime warranty for manufacturing defects, which is the strongest coverage on this entire list by a wide margin. They also back every pair with a 60-day risk-free return policy for anglers who are nervous about buying sunglasses they have never tried on. That kind of protection takes the risk completely off the table and makes them worth a shot regardless of any hesitation. The KastKing plus Hudson polarized sunglasses carry a name that bass anglers have trusted for over 50 years. KastKing built their reputation on lures, soft plastics, and crankbaits, but their eyewear line has quietly become one of the most respected budget options in freshwater fishing. The Hudson frame uses Tax polarized lenses paired with what KastKing calls APT, or Advanced Polarization Technology. That system is designed to heighten the human eye's ability to distinguish underwater structure and fish while sharpening contrast across different water conditions. The difference is noticeable when scanning shallow flats or trying to pick out a submerged log hiding in stained water where bass love to sit and ambush bait. These lenses block 100% of harmful UVA and UVB rays, and the tint options are specifically engineered for fishing rather than just general outdoor use. That distinction matters because a fishing-specific tint is calibrated to enhance what anglers actually need to see below the surface, not just reduce brightness across the board. One design choice that sets the Hudson apart from most competitors is the unpadded nose. There are no rubber nose pads to wear out, peel off, or need replacing after a few months of heavy use. The smooth nose bridge sits comfortably against the face, and several reviewers have noted that it actually feels better during long tournament days because there are no pressure points building up over the hours. The sidearms are thin but surprisingly strong, with reinforced hinge hardware that keeps the fit tight even after months of being thrown around in tackle bags, glove compartments, and boat storage hatches. Professional bass anglers on Strike King's pro staff have tested these extensively in tournament conditions across the country, and the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. For anyone who fishes freshwater and wants a pair designed by people who genuinely understand what anglers need when they are staring at the water for 8 or 10 hours straight, the Hudson delivers without hesitation. The Huck Challenge Polarized sunglasses come from a brand that was built from the ground up around performance fishing apparel. Huck is not a general outdoor company that happens to make sunglasses on the side. Their entire identity revolves around fishing, and that singular focus shows in every detail of the challenge. The lenses are premium polarized polycarbonate, which means they are both scratch resistant and impact resistant while still providing 100% UV protection. Polycarbonate is also significantly lighter than glass, so the overall weight stays low, even with the larger frame profile. That weight savings adds up during a 10-hour day on the water when heavy frames would be digging into the nose and ears and creating fatigue that compounds with every passing hour. The frame itself is injected TR90, a material known for its strength, lightweight, and ability to hold its shape over extended periods of use without warping. That durability matters because fishing sunglasses take serious abuse. They get sprayed with salt water, baked in the sun on a dashboard, squeezed into dry bags, and dropped on boat decks more often than anyone wants to admit. The TR90 material handles all of that without cracking or losing its form. What sets the challenge apart from other frames in this range is the 8-base wrap design. That deeper curve hugs the face more closely than a standard 6-base wrap, blocking significantly more light from entering around the sides and bottom of the frame. The result is a cleaner field of vision with less ambient glare competing for attention, which is exactly what sight fishing demands when trying to track movement beneath the surface. Non-slip rubber on the nose bridge and temple tips keeps the sunglasses planted firmly in place, even during aggressive casting motions or when sweat is pouring in the summer heat. With over 4,000 reviews and a 4.4-star rating, the challenge has become one of the most popular fishing sunglasses in its category for a reason. Multiple lens color options are available, including blue mirror for open water and offshore conditions, green mirror for inshore flats and grass lines, and standard gray for all-purpose versatility in any lighting situation. That range means anglers can match their lens to the exact type of fishing they do most often without needing to own multiple pairs from different brands. The Flying Fisherman Maverick Polarized sunglasses have a pedigree that stretches back to 1985 when the brand launched in the Florida Keys. That origin story is significant because the Keys are one of the harshest testing grounds for eyewear on the planet. Between the extreme sun intensity, relentless salt spray, and the sheer variety of water conditions ranging from crystal clear flats to deep offshore blue, any pair of sunglasses that survives daily guide use there has earned serious credibility. Flying Fisherman built the Maverick with their proprietary AcuTint lens coloring system, which enhances contrast without distorting natural colors. That matters because some polarized lenses push colors so aggressively that everything looks artificial, making it harder to read the water naturally and judge depth accurately when scanning for fish or structure. The AcuTint system sharpens details and edges while keeping the world looking the way it actually looks, just without the blinding glare bouncing off the surface. The lenses are polarized triacetate, which provides solid impact and scratch resistance at an impressively low weight. weight. The full wraparound semi-rimless design gives wide coverage without feeling bulky or heavy on the face. And the non-slip nose and temple pads keep them locked in place during active use throughout an entire day on the water. Multiple lens options are available, but the amber version has developed a dedicated following among anglers over the years. Amber lenses excel in low to medium light conditions, boosting contrast and making it significantly easier to spot fish and structure beneath the surface during early mornings, late afternoons, or overcast days when visibility gets tricky and other lens colors fall flat. Every pair blocks 100% of UVA and UVB rays and comes backed by a 1-year warranty. Research scientists from the Everglades Science Center have even used flying fisherman eyewear in the field for their work studying fish populations and aquatic vegetation, which says a lot about the optical clarity these deliver in real-world conditions. For anglers who simply want a reliable, proven pair of polarized fishing sunglasses at the absolute lowest possible entry point, the Maverick has been earning trust on the water for nearly 4 decades. So, out of all 5, which lens color has worked best for the type of water you fish most? Amber, smoke, or green mirror? Drop that answer in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.